There are many sacred places in Islamic history, Mecca, Medina, Jerusalem, where the presence of Allah's mercy is felt deeply. But there are also places so cursed, so filled with the wrath of Allah, that even stepping near them is completely forbidden. These are not stories of legends or myths. These are real places, condemned in the Quran and Hadith, where entire nations were destroyed for their arrogance, immorality, and rebellion against divine guidance. In this video, we take you inside the most cursed place in Islamic history, a land where angels once unleashed divine punishment, where the earth swallowed cities whole, and where even the Prophet Muhammad ordered his companions to pass through quickly, with lowered heads and tearful hearts. This is not a place to visit, this is a place to remember. Because its ruins are a chilling reminder of what happens when humanity forgets its Lord. In Islamic tradition, the cursed place forbidden to visit except with tears and reflection is not just Sodom near the Dead Sea, but also the ruins of al-Hijr, the ancient city of the mud, known today as Al-Ula in northwestern Saudi Arabia. In the Islamic world, we honor places like Mecca and Medina, lands bathed in mercy. But few know about another land, one so cursed, so overwhelmed by divine wrath, that even the Prophet Muhammad warned his companions not to step foot there without weeping. It is a place carved into rock, built by a powerful civilization, and then utterly destroyed by Allah for their arrogance and rebellion. Welcome to Al-Hijr, also known today as Madain Sali or Al-Ula, the most cursed place in Islamic history. Located in present-day Saudi Arabia, this ancient city was once home to the Mud, a rich and mighty nation that defied their prophet, Salih, mocked the signs of Allah, and sealed their fate with destruction. What remains today is not a tourist attraction. It is a cursed land. And it has been clearly forbidden by the prophet, except to pass by quickly and with fear. Let's discuss the shocking story behind this forbidden place. Who were the people of the Mud? The people of the Mud were a wealthy and advanced civilization that came after the people of Ad. They lived in northwestern Arabia and were known for their incredible engineering. They carved homes and palaces directly into massive rock mountains, some of which still stand today in Al-Ula. Allah sent to them the Prophet Salih, a righteous man from among their own people. He warned them to worship Allah alone and abandon their sinful ways. But like many doomed nations before them, they were arrogant. They demanded a miracle, and Allah gave them one, a she-camel that miraculously emerged from a solid rock. This was a direct sign from Allah. This is the she-camel of Allah, sent to you as a sign. So leave her to eat within Allah's land and do not touch her with harm, lest a painful punishment seize you. Surah Al-Araf. Their crime, mocking the signs of Allah. Instead of believing that the Mud mocked the miracle, they saw the camel as a threat to their way of life. Despite being warned, they hamstrung the she-camel and killed it. This was the final act of defiance. So they hamstrung the she-camel and rebelled against the command of their Lord and said, "O Salih, bring us what you promise us, if you should be of the messengers." Surah Al-Araf. By doing so, they directly challenged Allah, and the consequences were swift. The punishment, a shocking end. Just as the Prophet Salih warned, a mighty earthquake and a deafening blast struck them. Their beautiful rock-carved homes, their wealth, their power, none of it could protect them. Within moments, they were gone. So the earthquake seized them, and they became within their home, corpses, fallen prone. Surah Al-Araf. This wasn't just destruction. It was divine rejection. The very land they once gloried in became cursed for all time. The Prophet's Muhammad's shocking warning. During the expedition of Tabuk, the Prophet Muhammad and his companions passed by Al-Hijr, the land of the destroyed the Mud. When they reached the area, something unusual happened. The companions began preparing food with the local water. The Prophet Muhammad immediately ordered them to throw the food away and not drink from the wells. He then instructed them to pass through the land quickly, with heads lowered, and to weep out of fear that the same punishment could befall them. Do not enter upon these people who were punished, except that you are weeping. If you are not weeping, do not enter upon them, lest what befell them befall you. Sahih Bukhari. This is perhaps one of the most serious warnings in all of Sirah. This land, though beautiful, is not a tourist site, it is a site of divine anger. Al today, a cursed land turned tourist spot. In modern times, Al has become a high-profile tourist destination in Saudi Arabia. With its majestic rock structures, ancient tombs, and archaeological interest, thousands visit each year. But from an Islamic perspective, this is deeply troubling. The Prophet Muhammad explicitly forbade recreational visits to Al-Hijr. The land remains cursed, and the warning still stands. Tourism campaigns may advertise it as a wonder of Arabia, but believers must remember, these are the ruins of a nation destroyed by Allah Himself. They are not for photo shoots or entertainment. Why visiting is spiritually dangerous. So, why is visiting Al-Hijr spiritually dangerous? It shows disregard for divine warning. The Prophet's Muhammad instruction was clear. Visiting without fear or reflection is disobedience. It normalizes cursed places, turning ruins of divine punishment into attractions dilutes their lesson. It risks arrogance. Like the mud, we may begin to idolize technology, power, and architecture while forgetting humility. This isn't superstition. It's submission. Allah didn't preserve these ruins for tourism, He preserved them as a living reminder. What we should learn from the mud. And we left for them a sign, but most of them were not to be believers. Surah Ash-Shu'ara. The ruins of Al-Hijr remain to teach us. Signs don't save the arrogant. The mud had a living miracle, but they mocked it. Wealth and civilization mean nothing without faith. Their majestic structures didn't protect them. Divine punishment is real. Allah's justice is swift when warnings are ignored. We are meant to pass by with tears, not with cameras. A forbidden land, a living warning. Al-Hijr, or Al, is not just the most cursed place in Islamic history, it is a warning etched into the earth itself. Its towering carved homes whisper the cries of a destroyed people. Its silence speaks louder than any modern monument. The Prophet Muhammad taught us how to respond to such a place, with fear, humility, and tears. We are not to celebrate the ruins of divine punishment, we are to learn from them and never repeat their mistakes. So the next time you see a photo of Al, don't be fascinated, be reminded. Don't be tempted, be warned. And above all, don't visit lightly, because this place is not forgotten by Allah, and it never will be.